Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being with me for this episode of my hometown series. And please join me in welcoming and congratulating two of my hometown heroes in receiving the funding for this awesome project known as Surf Betsy. Please welcome Metin Ariashaw and Wes Bradley. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
Real good.
Real good. Doing well. Well, we'll get started right away, Metin. If you would like to kind of describe for us exactly what is Surf Betsy.
Surf Betsy will be a community-owned whitewater park encompassing areas of the Watauga River using man-made natural materials built by man to simulate a whitewater raft.
That is fantastic. That is going to be so loved by the kids, the adults, everyone in town.
Yeah.
I mean, we have all the natural resources you could possibly need to begin with.
Just in this area around here, we've got an endless supply of whitewater. The Nolichucky, Doe, the Watauga.
We're very blessed in this area with our whitewaters. And we have lots of adventure-seeking folks here living in town, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do, and we have a lot that come to the area for the adventure.
Yes.
This would be just another way for us to provide it for them.
Well, I'm certain that a lot of our town members, one of the big questions that I've been hearing, and I'm sure you've been hearing as well, will this in any way adversely affect our bass fishermen?
I can take that question. That is our first thing going in. We reached out to the fishermen, Trout Unlimited, and some of the local fishermen that are well known around here, and said, "This project we want to partner with. We don't want to be seen as an adversary. We want to be seen as an advocate."
Yes.
And so every process of this, as we research this, as we go into the phase 1 studies, will be. That'll be in the forefront of our thoughts. We know that the fishing industry is huge in outdoor recreation here, and it's one of our best assets.
It is.
And so anything that we do with this project, we're going to make sure we have a bypass so all the fishing craft can get by safely and not be affected by anything that we're doing to change the water. And as an environmentalist myself, that takes care of that spends the time to pick the trash up out of the river and stuff like that. I don't want to affect the biology of the river. So I mean that's what this phase 1 study is all about, is to do a full study on everything to do with what the project could entail, where it's going to be at, what our key players are going to be as far as the bureaucracies that we're going to have to get permitting through, like TDEC and TWRA and TVA and TDEC and all those acronyms.
Yeah, all the acronyms, exactly, all those letters. Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Well, you're starting phase 1, but I know that you have a whole plan that you'd like to see go through. You want to tell us a little bit about this right here? I thought looked awfully fun here with this event level feature. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, this chart, what it shows is basically the rapids and what could be done with it at each site. From landscaping here to the water itself in the rapid, that is an event level rapid, which means we could host as a city some major competitions.
That is really piques my interest, and I know it would a lot of the folks here. That I thought this just looks like fun right here.
and part of the design of the park is actually designed for progression. So further up in the park will be easier rapids for folks that are just learning. And then as you go down into it to that event level feature, you'll basically have like an easy to an intermediate to an advanced top feature. And that'll allow for progression for folks, as well as it'll be something for the beginner to the advanced. So,
I love that. I love that. Well, one of the questions I wanted to throw at you, Wes, could you kind of describe for us like the economic impact that I was reading through your research and was quite impressed at those numbers. So I thought maybe you could share that with our audience.
So about 2 years ago, we took the city council down to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, which is probably the Southeast's largest whitewater realtor, I guess you could say.
Yes.
I mean, it's basically, if you've ever been affiliated with Whitewater at one time or another, you've met somebody from the NOC.
Yes.
And the Nantahala area. And so we took them down there so they could see the economic boom that they have experienced from embracing Whitewater and the community that comes from that. And, you know, folks are going to come. The best part about this is it's on a dam release river. So that means there will be a schedule of when flows will occur.
Oh, okay.
So that's a great thing that fishermen and kayakers can work together. When the water's off, they're going to have amazing fishing holes and better access to the river.
What a good point.
And then water is going to be flowing, when the dam generates to create these features, so the kayakers can actually plan when they can come, which means they can plan trips better.
Yes.
And it's not as random as it is the natural fed rivers like the Doe behind us here.
That's true. That's a really good point, because if you plan the events out,
Yep.
and everybody
And-
shares these natural waters we have.
And then folks will come, they'll buy gas, they'll go
Yes.
to restaurants, they'll
Yes.
go to the bars, they'll stay in Airbnbs or hotels.
Yes.
And they will experience everything else that has, I myself travel a lot, do a lot of adventure travel destinations. And I go to ride bikes or to go kayaking or whatever, but I also go to experience the towns.
Oh, yeah.
Like I went to Bentonville with my wife earlier this year in Arkansas. Who goes to Northwest Arkansas? I went there because there's some amazing mountain biking there.
Oh, wow.
But I also spent 4 days there, went to restaurants every evening.
Of course.
Stayed in an Airbnb.
Yes.
Experienced the place, went to some tourist attractions, and we've got the covered bridge, Sycamore Shoals.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
I mean,
the trail.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we have so much here, and all these new restaurant moving in too. But we have all of this new stuff coming in. It all kind of supports each
It all
other.
supports each other in a network.
Yeah.
As well, the
I
bike
love this.
trails in Hampton.
Yep. The bike trails in Hampton, the
yes.
Tweetsie Trail, the potential expansion of the Tweetsie Trail that we're talking about.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that network together that work for the good.
It does, and it adds to our community vision of healthy living,
Yep.
family oriented.
Yep.
It does. Well, could you name some of the numbers, because that blew my doors off, as opposed from cost to income?
Well,
that was unreal.
What me and Matt have said over years, the years of building the grassroots movement for this, was we used NOC's basis of $22 million a year.
Wow.
We figured if we could pull 5% of that within the first couple of years as we get our name out about this,
Yes.
that's going to be a big chunk of change in our pocket.
Oh my goodness, it will increase so much for our
And that's just this project.
That's just this
also being-
alone. Yes.
It's also being ridiculously conservative.
Yes, it is, because it will draw. I mean, my goodness, we have Watauga Lake up the way.
Yeah.
The more people that come in and see what's already
And
here, the
experience the
more
place.
people that
Yeah.
will. The Montana Resort, everything. We're really growing.
And then along with this will come other development. The city, I can see the city easily making like a food truck court down
definitely.
toward the end of Cherokee Drive. We're going to see outfitters and retailers open up that pertain. A tubing company may open up. Some more rafting companies may open up.
That's what I see
Or
coming.
outdoor adventure gear
Yes,
places.
and T-shirt shops,
T-shirts and all the swag that you gotta have.
Yes, exactly. You
Everybody
gotta
wants
have
a
the
Surf
swag.
Betsy T-shirt.
Yes, that's what I told him. I said we have to get the T-shirts out.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, I hope that we have been able to let you know a little bit more about what's going on with Surf Betsy. And please, if you want to know more, give me a call. Give these fine gentlemen a call. Come support us. And thank you for joining us this evening. Have a great night.